Team Morrell has had to respond to some reports about him possibly turning down a move up fight to fight Dmitry Bivol at a recent offer that was turned down. They said that the offer is false. He has looked for avenues to fight possibly a Bivol or Benavidez or something like that, but they said that offer was never rejected. Um, but I would say since from this point forward, like I said in recent videos, they are not going to throw out any kind of names out there unless they're really considering them as a real option. Like I've said before, it's a lot of guys. They haven't said Caleb Plant's name or Demetrius Andre. So like I said, everything that Team Morrell has said up to date, I'll take it to the bank because they haven't said anything false. Now I don't know where the reports are coming from that he would fight Dmitry Bivol. That doesn't even make any sense as far as the age, the youth. I don't know, man. Just my eyes. Not even just because Morrell has 89 fights. He just still seems young to me. People don't realize 26 is still young. You know what I'm saying? It's not really an advanced age. He's not really up there to the point where he has to force anything right now. But it's going to come a point in time where guys 22, 23, 24 will be hunting him down or trying to fight him. Now, I would like to see him include some other names. I don't know if he has any idea about the future with the Canelo situation. But it would be nice for him to mention a Jaime Munguia or somebody like that, who he can basically try to make a name off of. They're around the same age. They're the same type of person. Basically, when it comes to trying to challenge yourself, I feel like Morrell is becoming more of a well-rounded person. Like he knows how to listen when it comes to inside and outside the ring. But I don't know. I think people like that's why I said and put out the material I have. I'm not really pressuring Morrell on anything. I kind of understand why he's trying to take the Benavidez fight. He doesn't want to get to a point where he's fighting or challenging himself against someone who's way more experienced but the age group makes a big difference. The only thing I don't like is the picking, the being picky about certain things. Oh, I'll fight this guy, but I won't fight that guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, if Benavidez was fighting Canelo, he would consider, hey, I will fight the winner of Benavidez or Canelo. Like I said, Andre is a threat, man. That situation right there is kind of making me. Hey, my pick is. I'm trying to be fair. Like I really don't know who I want to pick. But from the way I'm hearing Morrell talk with or his promoters and his handlers talk, as far as they're not really mentioning Andre as a someone who they would consider as a threat, or not even Caleb Plant. And like I said, I don't think they like guys who can move around a lot. They don't want to really take that kind of challenge right now. A guy who's a mover and who does certain things as far as changing levels, I don't think that's someone that they would consider right now. So, I mean, that's not really a big deal to me. What is actually a big deal is that he would not just come out and say, it's just certain guys I would like to challenge myself or test myself against. I mean, dude, you got 89 fights. I'm not finna sit up here and say I want you to challenge someone who's way more advanced than you. I will give you that kind of leeway because I wouldn't do that to anyone else. Especially Dmitry Bivol. I don't know who even considered that. I don't think he should be in the ring with a Dmitry Bivol. I feel like that's a bad matchup. Not because he's not capable. I'm just saying, like, nah, he's too young for that. But I would say I would like for him to fight some younger guys right now who's movers. Guys who like to move around the ring, punch on the move, lateral movement. Some guys who just good boxers, pure boxers. I would like to see him fight some pure boxers, get some experience with that. I don't want that to be a situation where it seems like he's trying to dance around and run around this situation as far as, I don't want to fight that type of guys right now. I would like to have guys who I can stand in front of and just try to trade with. I mean, every fight is not, if you're going to try to fight top guys for the rest of your career, picking and choosing certain guys is not going to bode well for him. Especially with him having 8 or 9 fights. So you telling me you got 8 or 9 fights and you're going to try to choose what top guy that you want to go through? That's not going to work. Because you're going to run into a style that you think, because if you think Benavidez is just a certain guy who just stands there, oh man, he cuts out the ring well. I don't know if people say he got bad footwork and all the other stuff, but last time I checked, man, the guys that had better feet work than him, they got their face busted up. I know Caleb Platt, he got the some of the best feet that people say, but the footwork ain't do nothing when it came to Benavidez. He shut all that down. So yeah, man, I mean, the Andre not getting mentioned thing, I understand it now a little bit more. They don't want to put him in there with a hard challenge, a guy like that. His style is way difficult, you know what I'm saying? So I understand what they're saying with that. So I will lay off of him a little bit. But I feel like at this time though, if he has the Agbeko fight set up, I would rather him just focus on that right now. Don't try to focus on any kind of future fights right now. You can make a couple of things, minor changes here and there, or make some preparations as far as the fight, or if you're trying to put yourself in a certain position for a certain fight, if someone becomes available. But you gotta fight a mover, man. Like the fact that that's not that's an issue and that's not getting addressed, that's definitely going to be a negative on my report card for you, because that's just something, bro. Like that's in boxing, that's something that we have to deal with. Whether you're Tank Davis, Canelo Alvarez, all these guys, that's top guys, they adjust to different styles. They sparring people all the time. Different styles, man. So it has to work out well. If not, he's gonna be stuck with just one style. And it's no disrespect, because I like this fighter very, very well. It's one of my it was one of the guys I watched very closely. But you don't want to end up like in a situation where Jarrett Hurd, as far as being stuck in one style and not being able to maneuver with any kind of head movement or any movement around a ring as far as footwork and just little things like that, cutting out the ring and fighting off back foots and different things like that. So I feel like right now Morrell's gonna put himself in a position where he can challenge for those guys in probably 2 years. But it has to be some kind of initiative as far as cleaning up the weaknesses or the things that he really hasn't tapped into yet. I feel like he could be he's a great talent. I feel like he can be a top fighter, but you have to take these challenges. A lot of guys are doubting if he wants to challenge himself, but I think he does want to challenge himself. I think he's very serious about what he's doing, and he's not really trying to wait around and trying to get an easy payday. There's a lot of guys doing that, but I think Morrell's serious about the paydays and different things that he's trying to achieve, and he's not trying to get anything easy. But the 168 division, I don't know if it's weak. I mean, is there not a lot of guys? I would like to see him go behind and challenge a couple of guys that Benavidez has fought. There's a lot of guys still available that's young. They're not up in age at all. They're close to the same age Morrell's in. So he still has options. I mean, a fight with Ronald Ellis would be a good fight. I feel like just to test where he's at, instead of fighting someone like Iveco, I feel like it would be a real good fight. But to fight Iveco, and for me to think that you're gonna jump into a Benavidez fight, I mean, he will possibly, but I mean, if he can do anything against Benavidez with the type of guys he's going up against, I mean, that'll just be amazing. It really will. That'll be good for boxing, but that'll be an excellent fight though. I'm hoping it happens soon. I don't think it'll affect their future. It'll be a good experienced match for them to see where both of them are at as far as in their era, their weight class, and just everything. I think it's a lot more different than it used to be as far as with guys fighting each other, because those guys are considered top guys and they're still young. Those other guys, they had guys that was above them already still fighting, but now it seems like the younger guys are really at the top of the totem pole right now. I mean, every day someone's mentioning Morrell's name. He has 8 or 9 fights. And they're mentioning him every day, you know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of pressure on these young guys to try to make something happen real quick. But they have to make sure that's they're sure of themselves, because once you get in a situation where you're fighting top guy to top guy, you can eventually be looked at as a gatekeeper, and that's something you don't want to do. A lot of guys catch themselves in that situation. Gabe Rosado, it works out well sometimes. If it favors him, I mean, he's comfortable in that position. But a lot of guys, whether it's Keith Thurman or Sean Porter, they feel like their value is a little higher than just being someone that fights the younger up-and-coming guys, so they can see if they fare well, if they'll last long in the business or not. So a lot of those things have to change. But I feel like right now, Morrell's putting himself in a position where he can become a name. He's promoting himself well. People are starting to talk more about him. Same situation as far as with the Jerron Ennis. So only time will tell. Like I said, he has to make sure that he's in a position now where he can show his skills off well, because a lot of people are waiting on him to fail in certain situations, because he has no opponents right now, and the opponents that he is looking for, they all are busy and they're all very experienced and they got things they got to do. But we'll see. December 16th is looking like a time he'll be able to showcase himself against Iveco, who's a possible opponent. His name keep popping up. The fight date is very close if it's gonna happen. If it eventually happens, it should. But right now we're just waiting it out, and we're gonna see. I mean, eventually Morrell will be the future along with David Benavidez. These next 12, 24 months will tell a lot. Andre and Caleb Plant will not be a possible opponent for David Morrell at this time. I don't feel like his people feel like the styles match up very well. But eventually, he's going to have to fight a mover if he's going to stick around in the business. But I'm not going to put too much pressure on him. Like I said, he's done a lot of good things. He's young. He's not someone who's going to cut corners or do anything like that. But he has a lot of learning curves to do. But I think those things will change very soon. So, but that's all I got though. Like and subscribe.